Welcome back. In today's explainer, we're deconstructing a really fascinating phenomenon in the Minecraft building community. We're going to look closely at Landcraft's insanely popular, incredibly fast modern house tutorials. If you've ever wanted to totally upgrade your in-game base without, spending a whole weekend meticulously placing blocks, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to break down how these rapid-fire builds actually work, why they look so darn good, and how you can apply these exact same principles to your own world.
Okay, let's dive into this. Be honest with me. Are you still living in a basic wooden box? Or maybe even worse, a dirt panic bunker you threw together on your very first night and just kinda never got around to upgrading? Hey, no judgment, we've all been there. Trapped in those survival mode panic builds because, let's face it, building something beautiful just feels way too intimidating. But today, I promise you a much better, highly stylish solution that won't disrupt your gameplay loop or require a degree in virtual architecture.
Part 1. The 10-minute masterpiece. Speed meets style. So, the core philosophy we're looking at here from the source material is that creating a functional, beautiful shelter doesn't actually require hours of grinding for materials. You don't need to place thousands of individual blocks. It's all about efficiency. 10. Just 10 minutes. That is the incredibly short amount of time it takes to construct these beginner-friendly aesthetic homes. It almost sounds too good to be true, right? I mean, 10 minutes to go from a totally empty, grassy plains biome to a fully realized modern architectural build? This super tight time frame is exactly what makes these tutorials so incredibly appealing to players who just want to focus on exploring or surviving rather than turning into full-time construction workers.
Let's move to and see how this builds. The absolute genius of Landcraft's approach lies in its predictability. Step 1. Gather your materials. And as we'll get into shortly, this list is kept strictly minimal. Step 2. Build the structural frame. And Step 3. Add those finishing touches. By breaking the whole construction process down so logically, it literally eliminates builder's block. It makes modern architecture accessible to absolutely anyone, no matter what your skill level is. Section 2. Anatomy of modern design. Clean and compact.
Now, you might be wondering, why do these quick 10-minute builds look so incredibly impressive despite taking barely any time to throw together? Well, it all comes down to a super tight core material palette: wood, concrete, and glass. That's literally it. You don't need to hunt down rare terracotta or travel thousands of blocks for exotic prismarine. By sticking rigidly to these three specific materials, you automatically generate a really clean, minimalist design. The sheer simplicity of this palette prevents the build from ever looking noisy or overcomplicated.
And this brilliantly illustrates how this specific material mix elevates a really simple structure into a stunning modern home. The tutorial notes sum it up perfectly. A clean aesthetic with a mix of wood, concrete, and glass. Think about it. When you place smooth, solid concrete right next to the natural, grainy texture of wood, and then you open that entire wall up with massive glass panes, wow. It creates an immediate, striking visual contrast. It instantly screams high-end real estate right there in your Minecraft world.
Just compare that to what most of us are usually building. On one hand, you have the standard survival bunker. Sure, it's safe, but it's made of basic cobblestone, it's totally pitch black inside, and it is incredibly cramped. It's honestly just a stressful reality to play in. But compare that to the Landcraft modern house. It provides the exact same level of safety from the game's monsters, but you get a beautiful, clean aesthetic, massive windows to actually look out of, and a compact design that feels like a huge relief to come home to after a long caving session.
Moving on to Section 3, Functional and Cozy Interiors.
Because, let's be real, a great house isn't just an impressive exterior shell. You actually have to live inside it, store all your hard-earned items in it, and use it as a real base of operations. A true full interior means a meticulously detailed inside space featuring cozy living areas, functional storage, and realistic lighting. And what's genuinely amazing here is that despite that rapid 10 to 15 minute overall build time, these tutorials do not leave you with some empty echoing box. They factor in a fully realized, practical interior space right from minute one.
So these interior essentials basically boil down to three key things: a cozy living space, functional storage blocks, and warm lighting. It's not just about, slapping a bed and a single crafting table in the corner and calling it a day. It's about arranging your barrels, chests, and furnaces in a way that actually looks like custom kitchen cabinetry or stylish shelving. It completely transforms the shelter from just a utility space into a really comfortable home.
Now, what's really interesting about this approach is the massive emphasis on lighting. Warm lighting that makes it feel realistic and inviting. In Minecraft, lighting is quite literally a matter of life and death, right?
It's the only thing keeping creepers and zombies from spawning right next to your bed. But strategically placing lanterns or utilizing hidden light sources does way more than just keep you safe. It elevates the overall coziness and aesthetic vibe of the room exponentially. It's a total game changer.
Section 4. Landscaping and pools, the outdoor vibe.
Because think about it, a sleek modern house just kind of floating in the middle of a flat, untouched plain of grass, it doesn't look quite right. The surrounding environment needs to be shaped to match the vibe of the house. And these tutorials cleverly incorporate beautiful outdoor features without wasting any time. We're talking a front garden, a large balcony, a waterside view, and get this, even a modern swimming pool. Actually, one of their most popular tutorial variations is this striking pink modern house that specifically includes a stunning custom pool right out front. It just proves that you can have absolute luxury landscaping even when you're on a strict time budget.
Adding a front garden or a waterside view provides incredible extra charm to the shelter. And the real trick here is integrating the build with its natural surroundings. If you build right on the edge of a naturally generated lake, or maybe just add a few simple leaf blocks to mimic meticulously trimmed bushes, you maximize your aesthetic output with minimal effort. You're basically letting the game's world generation do all the heavy lifting for you. Pretty smart, right?
And finally, Section 5, Ready for Survival Mode.
Let's bring all these architectural and design elements together by focusing on how this perfectly serves your actual day-to-day gameplay experience. So, the crucial point is how brilliantly this design balances form and function. Take the compact design, for example. For survival players, that means incredibly fast material gathering. For creative builders, it fits perfectly into tightly packed larger city grids. What about functional storage? Well, it keeps your hard-earned diamonds and iron totally organized and safe, while simultaneously adding realistic interior detail. And those large glass windows aren't just there for the minimalist aesthetic. Practically speaking, they let you safely spot a hostile creeper waiting outside before you blindly open your front door. It really is a masterclass in functional design.
We're going to end this explainer with a provocative question taken straight from the creator's own notes. Would you live in this house? I think after breaking down the speed, the style, and the sheer practicality of these 10-minute modern builds, the answer is a resounding yes. So the next time you load up a brand new world, are you going to settle for that same old dirt and wood box, or are you going to take 10 minutes to build something truly incredible? Grab your tools, think about your material palette, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.